morning and welcome to day one of the 24th MEA Annual Meetings and Events Industry Conference here in Brisbane.
Anyone else a new cyclist? Okay, good. I'll piss off then. Against Stuart, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to be looking at new infrastructure, where the new facilities are being built, and what that means to us here in Australia. And then we'll look up here, picture of what we...
Well, I take the position that meetings really do matter. And I believe that great things are really possible when people and ideas come together at events like this. And you can create ideas. Now, keep this analogy going. If a dull motivational speaker is a serious problem. That's one of the things. Just think about what you're actually giving people to take notes with.
I was just learning to write sentences, and he wrote the sentence, yesterday we went for a walk to the park. But we was spelled W-I-I. The vocational mobility, this is your audience of the future, and we need to understand. Good generation of leaders, but a pretty sophisticated audience.
So there is a lot happening. There's a lot of infrastructure being built. In fact, I googled the other day, new convention centre development, and got 23 million responses. I'm not going to show 23 million slides, but...
These are the new version of the business class seats, fitted with the new Airbus A330s. They're contemporary, they've got a touch of the 60s when flying was a bit more glamorous. There's a big push towards premium economy as an affordable middle ground between economy and business class. We're actually seeing this stratification. We're seeing first class in some rounds being dropped completely, in others it's becoming incredibly luxurious.
Join me, if you would, in thanking our experts, Ed Benaki, Mark
So you go along and they take your photograph and they'll email it to you. So I took the time to actually go along and have a photograph taken. And then I said, look, Shane, Natalie, knock yourselves out, get to work on the edit business, right? See what you can come up with. Have a look at this. So, it's cooking.
Complete joint partnership between industry and the Commonwealth Government through Tourism Australia's Business Events Australia unit, and has three, very broad objectives.
And I kept thinking, it doesn't make a damn bit of difference what color the name tags are. Okay? These are two different kinds of issues, but those who want to make a clear decision about what value, what's this going to contribute. Received a record number of applications from experts in the field.
1.5 million US dollars. And sure enough on a tray was some hot lemon and honey, the equivalent of your towels. And I asked you to think about it again. And as you think about it, I'd like to share with you a story.
Australia. Now, as you probably know, most that sell the cover of the magazine.
About a year ago, we made a video. So I would just like to play that video again, and it is kind of a day in the life of putting the magazine together.
So please make him welcome with the storyboard, Andrew McAvoy.
On the side, I was on that show and I got to speak to Oprah, and John Travolta came out of the plane, and I'd never seen an audience like it until today, of course. But there was a lot of health days, going well,
to facilitate this panel, I never really thought about. I get my students to volunteer for some events, so the more I thought about it, the more I think I am associated with volunteering.
The venue will often say, look, we need to be paid the full amount that you agreed to pay for that night. And the venue has to make a reasonable endeavour to, in fact, go and find someone else to hire the venue for that particular day.
And nobody ended up networking. Everybody was running across the street to bars.
well, 700 million users. The point is,
At least I found out. 2 of my friends found out by coming home and there was no furniture in the house, and they went, "Oh, you've been too lazy to get clear on intention. You're behaving in a way that's hate." This is supposed to be a keynote presentation. Please, Stan, find someone you've got to start a good relationship with.
using social media as a way to evangelize his or her personal brand.
Sustainable Event Alliance saw that an international standard was being lowered. It was estimated that last year it was going to be valued at over $20 billion. A sustainable event management system for your organisation. This is a management standard, so it's more about managing an operation or an entity or an activity.
Into different homes around the suburbs, but interstate and indeed internationally as well. Let's look beyond the headline figures of change and age and growth, and let's think about the implications that it has on your staff, on your teams, and of course on those delegates.
In any way you want. As soon as you go to write on it, the keyboard comes up from the left at the bottom. You click pages, and that gives you information. So before I do it, there's a lot of other tablets coming. I was at the Consumer Electronics Show in January in Las Vegas, and there's an avalanche coming. Q&A on the ABC, for example. They're going to use Twitter actively during the royal wedding.
But also I want to thank you all for being part of our industry, which is a fantastic industry. I've only been in it 7 years, but I'll tell you what, I'm really enjoying it.
The thing about the likes of Facebook is that they've actually created the infrastructure and the social validation for us to connect, share and collaborate. Because what's happening is we're moving from being producers to creators, consumers to creators. I always say to tech ventures, if your mum can understand it, this is a really good thing. It needs to be that easy to understand. Okay. Do you know each other?
No.
Oh, just know that's it, right away. That power drill will only be used for 12 to 13 minutes in its entire lifetime. It is crazy when you think about it, right? Because what you need is the hole, not the drill. Now this is the concept that's happening here, is as consumers we're saying, we don't want to own physical products, we want to pay for the benefit of them.